And I've known myself through a very lucky period, which has been my entire life, which is, 3 of my 4 grandparents died before I was born, or 1 died right after, so I never knew them. We have a very small family, right? I have 3 cousins, so I just haven't dealt with a whole lot of death. I think when I have to deal with death in my inner circle, I'm curious how I'm gonna play it out, but I'm really binary. I love the process more than the riches and the fames. I have that goal to buy the New York Jets. That makes it fun. That's a big goal. It'll take me some time to do that. When people ask me when you're gonna buy the Jets, and I always say 25 years from now, they're disappointed, I'm pumped. I've always found that fact. It's amazing to me. They're literally disappointed. I'm like, it's $3 billion. I have work to do. But yeah, man, Damon, I'll tell you, I want legacy. I think the reason I'm liked is because I'll reply to somebody who says they're on the way here to see me talk on Twitter and reply to her. I'm playing a different game. Tyler's filming today's Daily V. I met with a former employee and he flat out broke the wall and he was like, dude, I just have to ask you, why did you take that meeting? It's a former employee, one that you fired, one that came to tell you that they were sorry for not getting it. She pitched you stuff. You didn't get anything out of it. I think the way you put it was, you could have used that time to make money or something, or do business. And he said, why'd you do that? And I said, because making money isn't the only thing that interests me.
If you want crappy meetings, you gotta come on Shark Tank with me.
So,
what keeps you up at night, Gary? And I'm not talking about the health. We established that already. Now.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. Because everything else I'm in control. In business, I'm a beast. I will always be successful in business. I was from 6 years old, and I am now. Some people are pretty. Some people are athletic. Some people are, whatever. I'm a fucking ninja at business. I am. I know how to make money.
So what are the productive tools that you emphasize? And I know that hard work is by far.
Yeah, well, it's the most controllable.
Yeah.
You're not, it feels so controllable to me. When somebody complains, so people get my message confused. They're like, you're always talking about hustle, where's life? I'm like, no. If you're 100% happy like I am, then I got no advice for you. You figured it out. But you know who talks to me, you know who cries to me. I want my business to be bigger. I want to make more money. That's what they're talking to me about. So when my rich friends complain to me about not spending enough time with their family, they're really easy to give advice to too. Spend more time with your family. This shit is binary. Stuff is so basic, we complicate it.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm telling you the truth. One thing I've been thinking about a lot lately, it's funny that you brought this up. Literally last night, took me a little bit longer to fall asleep than normal because I was on a high. I flew to San Francisco, took a 1-hour meeting and then flew back. I thought that was funny and interesting, and I enjoyed the commuting to San Francisco. And it took me an extra 30 minutes to fall asleep, and it made me realize, oh my God, I fall directly to sleep every night. Every night. Which I think speaks to peace. I go to, 360 days a year, I fall dead asleep within seconds. You can walk into my house, rob the shit out of me because I'm sleeping. I lost my hustle, and I don't talk about this that often either, but I've thrown it out. For a few minutes around 29, I got more, there was a 6 to 9 month period where clearly to me I was complacent. I just got married, and so that was a new variable. Yeah, I just remember my 30th birthday, literally my 30th birthday, I was driving to the store, I looked myself in the rearview mirror and I said, you're full of shit. Your mouth is ahead of your actions. You ain't buying the jets, you're not gonna buy a jet, you can't buy a jet airplane. Get your shit together. And that's literally when I decided to start Wine Library TV and go into the Web 2.0 thing. And so I revisited my hustle on my 30th birthday, and I've never worked harder since. And it's been compounded. The moment I'm working harder right this second than I ever have in my entire life. That's why I started Daily V. Just wanted to put all of you on notice, you're not working as hard as I am. And I wanted to do that because people think they're putting in enough work. They're just not. I was just having hundreds of conversations where people thought they were working hard enough for their ambition. That's the key. Like, if your ambition, your ambition dictates what you have to do. And I'm happy when people have ambitions that allow them to work 40 hours a week and they're thrilled. I just want as many people to fall asleep at night the way I do. And I think the only way you really do that is you have a real conversation, because everybody's bullshitting themselves. Putting that you're a CEO in your Instagram profile doesn't mean that you're a successful entrepreneur. It means you're trying to be one. Because the leaders of these companies are full of shit. Because they didn't create the framework for innovation in their organization. They just want to point fingers and say you need to be innovating better, yet the rules and the bonuses and the game is structured for not innovation. And the reason you got such a heavy head nod is people know that. Like, they tell you to innovate, but then when you do anything outside the box, they put you right back in it.
Is there anything they can do? Companies that have 5 people, companies that have 5,000. What can they do? What are the first steps you think they can do to really activate it without disrupting their current operation?
I take the most practical answer I've ever given anybody on this is take 20% of your money, your energy, your organization, your people, and make it go rogue as fuck. Let them play, let it play, however you want to define it, with no rules. And then run your company with the 80% that's left over and build a good enough company that 80% can afford for the 20% to be a negative ROI experience.
Are there any companies out there doing it right? What companies can you name that are doing it right?
I don't know.
Right.
The truth is, one of the biggest reasons when people ask me who's doing it right or who's doing it right on social media or which companies are doing it right, I don't know. I don't know because I didn't look under the hood. A lot of people think certain things are going great, and they're not. Don't forget, and this is something I want a lot of the youngsters in this room to think about. If you're under 30, 8 years. If you're under 32, you need to hear what I'm about to say. You've lived through a great economy every part of your professional career. It's been good now for the last 8 or 9 years. It just has. We've bounced back since 2009, 10, 11. We've only been growing. There's only been growth. Like, no matter what anybody says, that's what's happening. So I'm very concerned about the next bubble burst.
Let's talk about the fact that the #1 job for males in this country is driving trucks, but when autonomous vehicles come around, you Uber drivers and males are going to be out of business. Let's talk about the #1 job for females are secretaries and assistants, but virtual assistants are coming around and they're going to be out of business. No matter who's making America great, and I'm 50 years old and I'm driving a truck and I'm going to be happy because there's going to be 11% growth in the next 5 years, then all of a sudden, bang, UPS, bang, American Express, Postal Service, Uber, automated, you're all fired. What am I going to do then? Because I'm sitting here telling you that America's going to be great and I'm going to be good forever.
Yeah, look, that's going political. Like anybody that thinks the President of the United States, whether it's Barack or Donald or Bernie or Hillary, is going to help them, they're a fucking loser. Straight up.
Absolutely.
I promise you, you are. That means you need somebody. So whether your president is for minorities and females, or your president is, for the 26-year-old white male that's got no skills, here's the punchline. The market is the market. What is the 54-year-old gonna do? Adjust. Or lose.
Right, but how do we get that message out to say, you know what, you could probably drive a truck to your 55, you can program and tech and do those till you're 90. Talking to BMW, they said that they can't get enough kids to be technicians because their theory is the old mechanic with the big grease on his shirt. I was talking to the head of the heavy machinery operations, meaning crane operators. They said their jobs are empty for 15 months. These kids can go to school for 1 year, come out, make $150,000, but yet they're going to a school. 50% of them will retire with a title of a job that doesn't exist today. They're staying in school for 4 years, half of it's digital classes, they're leaving with $300,000 in debt and they still don't know how to operate anything. So how do we get the parents in this room to save that money? How do we get the kids in this room, well not the kids in this room, but who's gonna watch this online, to understand what they need to do and move ahead and not think a diploma is gonna save me, the president is gonna save me, welfare is gonna save me, or anything else? What happens then? What needs to happen?
Carnage. Carnage needs to happen. People are complacent. Here's most people's strategies in life.
You're holding your breath.
I really have no passion for this conversation. Like, if you are not capable in 2017 to Google shit and figure out what's going on in the world, fuck you. I'm being dead serious. By the way, I'm being really serious. Like, what role does the government play, or thought leaders, or this and that? Whatever that cliche statement of like the teacher comes when the student is ready, right? I believe in that thing. Like I don't know, like lots of things happen. Like lots of things happen in life, right? I woke up one morning and realized, you know what, this liquor shipping law is never gonna get better. There's dirty politician money, they're gonna keep paying this off, and I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life worrying about what the right thing to do is and what's right. No, they're gonna keep paying off politicians state by state, and because I'm the biggest, I'll always be picked on. So I adjusted. I started over. Like this whole wine library thing, and I got so lucky, guess what? I own 0% of wine library because it was under my father's name, so I had no collateral to even start it. I started VaynerMedia by getting somebody to pay me $80,000 to do a marketing campaign, and I built it. And so that's what's gonna happen, and everybody has their version. Not everybody has my business talent to build billion-dollar companies, but if you're making 74,000 or 197,000 or whatever you're making, and your market gets fucked, I don't see truck driver Johnny feeling bad for Rick, the bookstore owner, because Amazon came along. This has happened forever. This is not the first time that innovation fucked shit up. Nobody's crying for the farmers in middle America. Nobody's crying for the people in Cleveland who own the docks. This is what always happens. So this is what's up now. And so what 55-year-old Charles has to do when he is out of a job is get another job. Whatever that job is. So if Charles is smart and has skills, he's teaching himself something now to be ready for 3 years from now. But Charles wants to watch football. But Charles wants to drink at the bar.
So he needs to put his 20% into what's going on in the future.
Mister, that's right.
And bank that.
You're damn right. Like, we have to start getting into meritocracy. Like, somebody should lose if they're not seeing where the puck is going. If you're driving a truck today, you know it's coming. You've heard it. Somebody told you. At a bus stop, at a truck stop, over dinner, somebody brought up this theory. So either you take it seriously and you start educating yourself, or you don't. Like, that's the game. Nobody's gonna fix that. Nobody can help you with that. That's life, and that's the historic nature of human beings forever. So just because we're now living and it's our turn to go through something, this has always happened.
Right. It's just happening faster, I think. Much faster.
Great. Adjust.
So let's switch down for a minute. So let's talk about social media, because I think that I recommend you both explain your theory, because it's broken my theory of be the master of one and not a jack of all.
I think I'm the master of attention. I'm just not romantic on a micro where it is. So I think I'm speaking the same language as you. I think my master isn't Facebook. My master craft isn't to tweet well. My master craft is to know where all your attention is and to be there and put out quality content that brings you value contextual to that platform. So my mastership is attention trading. And then we're looking at social media. Like, you guys are gonna have a real brain twist if you've got me as the social media guy in 17 years. Because I'm gonna be onto something else. Or not. I have no idea. But wherever your eyes and ears are, I'll be there.